Hey, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, my name is Diana. I am the creator of Money Boss Mama, where I teach women how to save money, pay off debt, rock a successful budget, as well as shift their money mindset. You can learn more about me on my website, moneybossmama.com. But yesterday I received my first official debt-free paycheck. So I got paid. I have no debt to put the money on. So I figured that it was going to be a good day to go ahead and share my new budget now that I am newly debt-free. And the budget that I will be sharing, it's going to be for 2021. Just because I decided to take December off because your girl is a bit burnt out. So I wanted to just give myself time to reset before I jump back in with my goals. So starting in January, it's going to be when I put this budget in place, but I just wanted to share with you what it is going to look like for me now that I am debt free, as well as a new goal of mine. So a lot of people want to know, what are my plans now that I am in a life after debt? And I have two main goals for 2021. So it sounds a little weird, but it's going to be like a two-part goal. And the first goal is it's like a side chick, like a little side piece. And then the second part to the goal is the big shebang. Like, that is my main squeeze. That is what I'm super excited for. But in this video, I'm just going to be sharing the non-exciting part to my goal, the shorter term one. And if you cannot tell behind me, I have already changed my debt-free board to my new goal, which is the shorter term one. And so I'm going to go ahead and get into that first. Okay, so this goal is going to be adding an additional $6,000 to my emergency fund. And I say that it's kind of like a side piece because I don't really want to do it, but I am a mother. I'm being financially responsible. So I want to get at least 3 to 4 months worth of living expenses saved up just for the what if, to prepare for the unexpected. And then when I get to the $6,000, I will then shift over to my main squeeze. And don't worry, I'm going to make a separate video all about it. I do plan on actually taking you so you can visually see what I will be talking about on that specific side of the goal. But for right now, I am saving up for 3 to 4 months worth of living expenses, and I'm going to add the $6,000 to my emergency fund. I've already got $350 applied to the goal, but once again, I'm not starting on my goals hardcore until January, so I'm just kind of loosely budgeting right now and being really lenient on myself, just so when January starts, I'm going to be more prone to take action and stick with it. But what I found that was really, really weird, on the day that I made my last payment, I wasn't really feeling anything at all. It just felt like a regular day because my mind just refused to believe that it was over. I've been on my debt-free journey for 4 years. So my mind was like, all right, what debt balance do we have next? And now that I don't have anything, it's kind of just like, what's happening? What are we doing? It felt like a regular day. And even when I logged into Navient and I saw the zeros, it still didn't feel like anything. I don't know if I was numb or in shock, but when I got my first paycheck yesterday and I realized that I did not have any debts to apply the money to, then I started to feel something. Then I started to realize, like, hey, I'm really done. The journey is really over. And I was able to buy my daughter some gifts for her birthday that's coming up next week. And just by doing that, just buying a few clothes for her, that gave me all the feels. So, like, I'm a crybaby. I shed a few tears, but that let me know that I was really into the next phase of my life and I did not have to give up everything for debt. But saying that, one thing, when I started crunching the numbers for my new budget, I realized, and you will see that as well, I am right back to having not a lot of spending money. And that was one thing, like when I was dreaming about being debt free, that was one thing that I thought I would have. I thought I was just going to be rolling in dough. Now I can buy all the wigs that I want, all the clothes that I want. I can go out and get my nails done all the time. But what I realized is that when you have goals, especially goals right after debt freedom, you're probably going to be right back in the same spot. So that's where I am. I think I added like an extra $20 to my personal funds, but my expenses are still basically the same. And my fund money is still basically the same. But I know that in the grand scheme of things, this is going to really help me to build wealth, because that is my main goal, building wealth and generational wealth for my kids. But I did want to say that for anyone who wanted to know, how does it feel? I felt numb, then I felt a little joy, and then I crunched my numbers for 2021 and realized that I don't have a lot of free money once again. But it's still exciting to actually see my money now stacking up in a bank account versus going to someone else. So now that I have blabbered on about the first step of my goals for 2021, I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera around just so I can compare my previous budget to my new budget. Okay, so the last budget that I actually went in and adjusted was my October budget. That is because honestly, my income from my day job and my expenses rarely change unless I just took from one expense to beef up my debt payment whenever I was in debt. But other than that, my budget pretty much stays the same, which is why I did not create one for November. So for this is going to be, once again, starting in January of 2021. And as you can see, my income has dropped. That is because I increased my 401k contribution up by 3%. Now that I am debt free, I want to make up for lost time because I did reduce it just to get my student loans paid off this year. So that is taking from that. And also, I am on childcare assistance due to being an essential worker. That is running out in December. So come January, I am back to paying childcare at least until May when my son turns 4. And then I am going to be hopefully getting him into a pre-K program because I don't want to pay for childcare. But I don't put those expenses in my budget. Anything that's automatically deducted from my income, I do not put it in my budget because I don't feel like it's really worthwhile. It doesn't make sense. So I just deal with what I actually have to pay out on my own. So starting with rent, my rent's going to be the same. Before I paid off debt, I did want to move into something that was a little nicer out of a country town. But then I realized that in order to reach my new goals, I'm going to need to keep pretty much everything as close to the same as possible. So I am just going to have to stay in this little funky town a little while longer. So rent is going to stay $6.95 for me. And for my electric bill, that is going to pretty much stay the same. I kept it at $125, and I pretty much come under this. My electric bills are normally like $90 to $110, but water has been gradually increasing, I noticed. So I am going to keep it at $75 like I have here in my October budget. And the reason why I'm keeping it at $75 is because since I normally come under budget for electric, anything that I come under helps to offset what I will maybe come over for my water bill. So these kind of cancel each other out. And for Wi-Fi is staying the same. That is $70 right now. I am still going to keep myself on prepaid, but I am going to add $1 just to make it even. Why? I don't know. So I'm going to make that $50 here. For debt, we can cross this out because I do not plan on having any debt in 2021. Renter's insurance, that is going to stay at $18, so that has not increased, but I am going to make it $20 in my budget once again because I want to make it a flat, even number. Disney Plus, hopefully that does not increase. That's going to stay $7. Now for my car maintenance, I am going to add a little bit more to this sinking fund. So I am going to make it $80, and I get paid bi-weekly. So it's going to be $40 per paycheck. That is because she is getting a little older and I feel like I need to be setting aside more for future repairs. But of course, I will still have my emergency fund if something else completely blows up, like her engine or something, God forbid. I will still have that to dip into. For my emergency fund, I am going to be contributing $700 per paycheck, or $700 a month. And as we go through, you will see why I'm just able to put $700 towards it. But even though I am accounting for $700 in my budget, if you are not new here, you know that my main strategy is using extra income. So tax refunds, if we do get another stimulus check, that will go towards it as well. And anything else that I will be receiving in 2021, I'm still going to use PTO sellbacks as a strategy to increase my payments towards my emergency fund or my contributions. So I'm feeling pretty confident that this is not going to take me all year. I'm giving myself a 6-month deadline so that I can get to phase 2 of my 2021 goals. But this is what I will be contributing from my day job. And I do have a 529 plan for my daughter. I do just contribute $20 per paycheck or $40 per month. So I'm going to keep that the same because that's not a main priority of mine right now. And for groceries, I originally budgeted $180 per paycheck or $360 per month. As you can see here, I'm going to add $40 to it, making it $400 because I don't know how the pandemic is going to be, and we are at home a lot more. So I find that we are cutting it close on our grocery budget, and I just want to give myself a little bit more wiggle room. And for gas, I'm going to keep it at $140 a month or $70 per paycheck because I am not really going anywhere. So I don't anticipate going into the office anytime soon in 2021. So that is going to stay the same. Now for fun. I am, once again, like I said before, I've realized that I'm not going to have a lot of money to add to my personal funds like I previously thought. So here in October, this was my birthday month. I typically only budget $200, $100 per paycheck for fun. That includes me and my 2 kids, but I added $35 because I wanted to take myself out to get some sushi. Here, I am going to budget $250. So, I am adding $25 per paycheck, and I feel like it seems small, but I think that's going to make a huge difference because for fun with my kids, when they're especially because they're getting older, we are cutting it pretty close. And for household, I budget typically $40 per paycheck, and I am going to keep that the same. So that's going to stay at $40 per paycheck or $80 a month. And this includes like if I need tissue paper, shampoo, soap, lotions, razors, things like that, like toiletries. And auto insurance, that's going to stay the same, $57. And I am writing sideways. I hope you guys can see this. Now here off on the side, I have 2 different sinking funds that I'm going to explain and laser here. Sinking fund number 1, that is going to be my giving or quote unquote tithing. one thing I am super excited about now that I'm debt free is the ability to give. And I'll be completely honest, I don't really understand the whole concept of tithing. I have a general idea, but I don't know if I'm just supposed to give to church or not. But the way I see it in my mind, tithing to me, I feel like is good enough when it comes to just giving to other people. That lights me up more, I feel. So I am going to budget $20 per paycheck or $40 a month. And then every quarter, so when I get to $120, I am going to give that to someone, whether that's an Instagram follower, someone that I know in my personal life, someone maybe that I have just met, maybe someone on the streets. I don't know, but I do want to give. And this is the most exciting part of my new budget, is being able to do that, because naturally I am a giver, and I don't know, it just makes me feel good. So sinking fund number 2 is for my little brother and little sister's graduation gifts. I do want to give them a pretty nice amount of money. They both graduate high school this year in 2021. So I'm going to start at $20 a month or $10 per paycheck. I do have a little bit already in their sinking fund, but my goal by May is to be able to give them $200 to $500 each. So I do know I will have to use a lump sum of money, however that's coming, tax refund, whatever, to push this sinking fund up. And here is laser. I actually purchased a laser hair removal package. I have been wanting to do this for years. I had snagged a really good deal on a laser package. So it's originally $80 a month, and I made sure I did not get it on credit. So when I stop paying, they're going to stop scheduling my appointments. That is what happens. That is the arrangement, instead of just getting a credit card like they were trying to push me into. So I am actually going to pay $100 a month or $50 per paycheck on that. And I have 8 sessions left. So I have 8 payments left for this. It was originally like $1,000. But I have made 2 payments so far, and I have 8 visits left. So I'm just kind of taking my time with this one. I'm not too worried about it. It's kind of a pay-as-you-go situation. But I can tell you, for anyone who's maybe wanting to look into laser hair removal and consider it, I find it pretty much painless. And after the first session, I swear my hair did not grow back. It's insane. So it's well worth it to me, and that was something that I've always wanted to do, and I can do that now. So here altogether, this is going to be my 2021 budget that I will be putting in place come January. My expenses are really different from October in regards to the amounts that I've put in, but of course I'm adding more savings funds or sinking funds. And I have my new laser hair removal payment that I have due every single month as well. So hopefully this was super helpful to someone who's maybe wondering what a debt-free budget looks like. But once again, I am going to be explaining what the super exciting phase 2 of my 2021 savings goal is. So be on the lookout for that video. It will probably be up next week. But if you like this video, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will catch you all in the next one.